So, good morning, loungers. We are going to get into Finance 101 in just a few moments. I'm going to give you guys a moment to get into the room and then we'll talk about it. It's Plug Lounge Entertainment, and the time is right with T-Pre. So good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Grand Rising, everybody. I hope everybody is doing as great as me today. Shout out to you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you living life. The Koofy Smacker, Anthony, everybody else that's tuning in the clouds. We are going to get into a little bit of finance this morning. And I was actually thinking about plugging this into my weekly readings or my weekly conversation with you guys anyway, because since I am in banking, it makes sense for me to put some finance tips out. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what actually sparked this, so shout out to Anti-Afro Svengali, y'all, because she really did get me a little bit upset last night in regards to her trying to rope me into some criminal bull nonsense. So to stop that and to not allow her to paint that narrative, I did go live and discuss that. And I decided to go ahead and put some finances out here since I've already been talking about doing that anyway. So I'm going to give you guys 3 things that I actually do. I do other things, but there are 3 businesses that I have that produce income for myself and my family. Okay. And I'm going to get into that. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was having multiple streams of income and why that is so important. Okay. So many people are just working a 9 to 5 or a 8 to 4 or, a quick job overnight or something like that. And they're barely making ends meet. Okay. When my husband passed away, one of the things that I had to do was make sure that I could maintain my entire family. Okay. So that would be me and 6 of our children. Okay. I had to take care of all of them, and they were all underage at the time. So I had to figure out, he left a nice amount of change and left us, in a good position. But I also had to figure out, how to maintain a household with one income, okay, and one parent. So I did that through various streams of income, okay. I used certain talents, and in those talents, I would try to create a business or create some type of income. And I'm not going to lie to you, I failed several times. Okay. One of them was Avon. I tried to sell Avon years ago, and I was so excited. And I had went to this Avon party and talked to this lady, and she was just, so excited and trying to get all these people to sign up with her. And I was like, yes, I can do this. And I went and set up a party and set up the whole 9, and I had snacks and everything. and one person showed up to this party, y'all. Okay. One person showed up to the party. And it's funny because if I had kept going, I probably would have ended up I probably would have ended up successful with it. But I was so discouraged by that. I was so discouraged that I just let it go and I said, no, I'm not going to do this. Another business that I started that didn't step off at the time was a call center business. Okay, I started um, a virtual call center, and at the time when I started this, virtual call centers were not really heard of. It was, they were around, but they weren't, it wasn't really a big deal. So at the time, I kind of was, fighting an uphill battle, but the idea was amazing. And at the time, it just was really difficult to kind of get something like that off the ground. I have now started that. So everything is good with that. I've got employees, got people working, and this is going well, but technology has changed a lot since I first started this business, which was over 10 years ago. So that's one of the businesses that kind of flopped at the time, but now it's doing very well. But I'll tell you about the other three businesses that I'm doing right now that are making income outside of my job. Okay. Now I do have a career at the bank. I'm a loan officer there. But I also do Instacart on the side. Now that's something that I do to make side money. I don't like to drive a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you, and shopping is okay when it's for my household. So it's not something that I do all the time, but it does provide multiple. It does provide another source of income to add to my accounts. Okay. And then, as you guys know, I do tarot card readings. That is something that I do on the side as well. People do ask for that. I actually have a lot of people that ask for readings. I give weekly oracle readings to some people. Some people I give just tarot card readings to. And I have some regulars. So that's something that I do, and I decided to introduce to you guys recently. But also, I do what's called Amazon Upwork. Okay, so Amazon Upwork is a freelance program that you can get involved with. There's various businesses that look for personal assistance. Okay, or they look for different things for you to do. So if you're into the customer service industry, if you've been in that industry for years, if you're into banking, if you're into anything, that's secretarial or anything that is customer service oriented, definitely check out Amazon Upwork because there is work out there and you can get paid very, very well for these projects. Okay. Some projects I've gotten up to $6,000-7,000 for just one project. Okay. And I can have it done in a couple of days. So, I can have it done in maybe about 5 days or so, 4 or 5 days. So yeah, it's $6,000 is worth it for 5 days. So you guys want to go ahead and take a look into stuff like that. And yeah, use your talents, the talents that you have, festered over the years. Those are the talents that you should be using to make multiple streams of income. So that is just three of the businesses that I have. Okay. Now, adding additional sources of income can actually give you greater freedom to pursue your dreams. I mean, look at people. People want to go on vacation. People want to purchase vehicles. They want to purchase homes, purchase property. And those are things we actually should be, looking to acquire. Not so much the vehicles, not so much the vacations, but purchasing property, having liquid real estate and stuff like that. These are things that you want to have so that you are providing multiple streams of income for your offspring as well. Okay. In the case that something happens to you. Another source of income that I have for my children, and this is just, outside of me, I have a large life insurance policy for myself. So if something was to happen to me, my kids are straight. Okay. They're going to be set on top of the incomes that I've already created for them. Okay. Then on top of that, I have put bugs in their ear about creating their own incomes. Okay. So, for instance, my daughters, I've started them on a beauty line. Okay. Where they are selling hair, they're selling eyelashes. Okay. That's their thing. My son, who's 13 years old, he is starting a business with Amazon KDP, meaning that you can actually create coloring books, just writing journals and different things like that, and sell them on Amazon. Okay. And you don't have to be a writer, you don't have to be an artist or any of that stuff. And I'm going to give you guys a course on how to get that done. So that's the income for my 13-year-old. Okay. Another one that I have is my daughter. Well, I put it in her ear, but she's been doing this anyway. She started this years ago. But now well, a few years ago, but now she's doing it full time. But it took my mother really, and then myself, to have a bit of a conversation with her about it. And now she's doing candles. Okay. So she sells candles and she also has a honey business. Okay. She's had that business for some time. And she's trying to actually create a farm. So when that comes out and that actually manifests, I will be letting you guys know about it because it is organic foods. And it's, something that's her dream. She is a vegan, and she's very much into vegan foods. So yeah, she does vegan recipes, all kinds of stuff. And so that's another source of income she has. My son makes beats. Okay. My oldest son, he makes beats. He's into rap. He is a rapper and he makes beats. So he makes money off of that. He has a YouTube channel. He has I forgot what that thing is. SoundCloud. He has a lot of things. He's got videos, all kinds of stuff, and he's plugged into some great music moguls. So that's his source of income. My other son, he is into clothing. Okay, so he's starting a clothing business. He's right now he's in the process of making his logo, and he's got a press, and this is what he does. Okay, so I put my children in the mindset of making money as well, and then I make money, and I make it in various ways. And the reason for that is so that not only are we we have a greater sense of freedom financially. But also, I don't have to worry about things being shut off, this not, being able to come on, this not being able to come through, various things, not having enough, and there's always abundance. Okay. But one of the ways that I do that as well is to speak abundance and to keep speaking that, and then to provide the work. So that's just some information that I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a plug on finances. Okay. I will go ahead and do a little bit more on that, and let you guys know a little bit more on what I'm doing as far as making money and some of the businesses that my kids are also into, and also plug you guys into them so that you guys can start purchasing some products from them too. But I'm a little bit hesitant about that here on YouTube just because of the environment of YouTube, and how I don't want them to, I don't want them to, and I don't want to expose them to trolls, basically. Okay. But yeah, that's something that we do. Another thing that I also do, and you guys know, and this is what I really wanted to touch on, because there's a lot of content creators here and also content creators in the chat room. Shout out to Photon, and everybody else that's in here as well. Listen, at the end of the day, YouTube can be used as a source of income as well. Okay. Now, mind you, none of this work that I do, besides Amazon, the Amazon one does pay well. But none of the work that I do is really life-changing. Okay. It's not something that, I can say, hey, I could just quit my career and be done with all of this. Now, if I really put time and energy and effort into them all, I probably could do that. But right now, I'm comfortable with like having the income and then having the rest. So I think it's important to keep in mind finances when you're looking at decisions that you make with your time. Okay. So I put time into this YouTube channel. Okay. I do, I create different things for it. I create different things for a better experience for you guys. And I have some things cooking in the pot for my members, which I'm going to go live about in a few minutes to let the members know about. But I've got a couple of things cooking in the pot, and there's things that I do. So I do expect to and should expect to monetize this channel. Okay. Now, for those who decide not to monetize, that's their choice. But one thing for sure, and two things for certain, I can't see myself spending 5, 6, 7 years on YouTube, and I'm not attempting to monetize in some way. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about just with super chats or, something like that. I'm talking about like you can do it in various ways. You can sell your products with YouTube. You can create a Patreon and have people go to that Patreon and set that up. And YouTubers should do that. Also, you can use your talents and do those talents and get paid for those things. And there's nothing wrong with doing anything like that. As a matter of fact, we as a community, we need to get out of the mindset that somehow we don't deserve to be paid for our talents, or we don't deserve to be paid for our products or our business. And we should stop gaslighting each other for attempting to do so. We should be building wealth in our lives. We should be building money and multiple sources of income for ourselves. And if YouTube is here to do so, I don't see why you shouldn't do that. And the people that want to follow you, the people that want to donate to you, they are going to donate to you. Pay attention to that, And I'm not saying that, you should just ignore everybody else. Because, obviously I don't make money off of every video. I don't monetize every single video that I make, because a couple of them you won't see ads on. But there's other ones, most of them you do. And it's because this is what YouTube has provided. And I don't see why I shouldn't take advantage of that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do that. Of course, I'm not going to charge you guys any astronomical crazy price. Right now, I have 2 levels of membership. One is $2.99 per month. That's the Parking Lot Pimp. You kind of get some of the videos. You don't really get all of the members' live streams, but you do get some of them. And you also get to, have your little emojis next to you, which I'm actually going to change those. I'm doing some new emojis for you guys. And of course you get a shout out as quicker than most people. Also, for the other one, it's $9.99. That is the platinum membership. That's where you get all of the live videos for members only. And you also get to interact with me and do various things with me behind the scenes. So, those are things you can do as a platinum member. And you get all the tea, basically. Okay. Because I got all the tea. And, I definitely give that to my members. So I do got some new tea that I wanted to talk to y'all about. It has nothing to do with anybody in this sector. So, but I definitely wanted to see what you guys are thinking in regards to this. And this is kind of for the ladies. So I know the men and that are members, I'm not sure if y'all really want to see this. Y'all might, but we'll find out because I'm going to ask you guys in the members only video that's about to come out. All right, guys. So I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, like I said, I am probably going to do a Finance 101 plug like once a week or once every couple weeks or so and give you guys some financial tips as well, okay, for financial health. Because finances are also important towards your spiritual health, and important towards your peace. Because if your finances aren't together, and everything's kind of chaotic, that makes it difficult to meditate and difficult to remain balanced and centered. So you definitely want to have your finances in order. And we're going to have those discussions as well. So more than likely, I'm going to plug those in with you guys, probably like Mondays or Tuesdays. Okay. All right, guys, or maybe Financial Friday. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, I will talk to y'all later. I appreciate y'all tuning in and thank you for watching. And peace, guys.